For this one, a fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
To throw on 3rd down, Ford. He's got his man, Boyd. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. On first down, Grove. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, 26 yards. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line. 10 Lobo.
On first down, Weaver. He'll find Metcalf. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Off play action. Ford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On second down now, Mixon, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On third down, Ford. He completes it to Boyd. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A throw over the middle taken in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's one they certainly wish they had back, a loss of 8. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. From the gun to give to Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Ford. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal.
The kick by Lambo is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Smith running right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the run, it's Smith. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Smith trying to run for it. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
2nd down and goal. Kaiser. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on 1st down. Grove. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Finley now. He gets this one to Boyd. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Grove. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Finley from the gun on 3rd down. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run, Devontae Freeman. And a short gain down to about the 33. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
23 yards the pickup there. First down, Finley. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Kaiser. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot, because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. He's going to let this one. It got his man. Complete. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Kaiser now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a 1st down. Again, it's Kaiser. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 24-yard touchdown. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. They'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. 64, So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 19-yard
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. Room here to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. To throw is Kaiser. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, Kaiser. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They go back to the ground now with Smith. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Tremont Smith taking it in, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. On first down, Grove. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. Finley now, a perfect 5 of 5 since taking over. They haven't missed a beat. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Kaiser now to throw on first down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, he would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
Kaiser now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. He's got Smith here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A first down carry for Smith. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Defense wins championships, baby.
On 2nd and 7, Kaiser. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Following the interception, Finley. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Grove. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. 3 quarters have come and gone. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Jet sweep. Boyd with it. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
On 3rd down, Finley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll run with Smith. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 30 on second down, Kaiser is complete to Mitchell. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
To throw on second and 10. Kaiser nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's third and long. From the gun, Kaiser toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Marr able to put this one through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
They'll run on first down. Grove. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7. On second and 7, Finley. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Here's Finley. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. That'll bring up second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
On the ready. Get the edge, Mike. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
They'll run here with Freeman. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
On second down, Grove, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Bengals have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Bengals grab it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will get him one closer. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Kaiser. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The open man is Smith. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Right there. Come here.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Marr now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Next to score, Bengals 31, Vikings 24. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's bring it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
Finley to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
15-1. 51.
On first down, Grove. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Now.
Down to a knee goes Finley, and that should just about wrap this up. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody.